Hello everyone, welcome you all to GK Guruji. In today's video, we would be knowing about the current affairs related questions relating to Tokyo Olympics 2020 and India's journey and performance in Tokyo Olympics. Moving on to the next one. When did the Olympics start? The Olympics started on 23 of July 2021. Moving on to the next one. When did the Olympic end? The Olympic was declared closed on 8 of August 2021. Moving on to the next one. How long did the Olympics continue? The Olympics event at Tokyo, Japan continued for 17 days. Moving on to the next one. Why was the Tokyo Olympics 2020 delayed? The Tokyo Olympics 2020 was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Moving on to the next one. How many players were included in India's contingent for Tokyo Olympics? The Indian Olympic contingent for Tokyo Olympic consisted of a total of 127 players and 101 support staff, adding to 228 members. Moving on to the next one. Who was the oldest player to represent India in Tokyo Olympics 2020? Miraj Ahmed Khan was the oldest player aged 45 years old who represented India in Tokyo Olympics 2020 for the event of skate shooting. Moving on to the next one. Who was the youngest player in India's Tokyo Olympics 2020 contingent? Divyans Singh Panwar was the youngest player in India's Tokyo Olympic contingent aged 18 years of old, and he represented India in rifle shooting event. Moving on to the next one. How many events did India compete in Tokyo Olympics 2020? India competed to the number of 18 events in Tokyo Olympics 2020, and the events are as follows: badminton, wrestling, weightlifting, swimming, table tennis, judo, gymnastics, fencing, sailing, golf, athletics, archery, shooting, hockey, equestrian, rowing, and boxing. Moving on to the next one. Who grabbed the gold medal for India in Tokyo Olympics 2020? Subedar Neeraj Chopra grabbed the gold medal at the event of javelin throw. Moving on to the next one. Who were the players to seal the silver medals in Tokyo Olympics 2020 for India? Ravi Kumar Dahiya in the event of wrestling 57 kg men's and Mirabai Chanu in the event of weightlifting 49 kg women respectively won the silver medals in Tokyo Olympics 2020 for India. Moving on to the next one. Who were the players who grabbed bronze medals for India in Tokyo 2020 Olympics? In individual games, PV Sindhu in the event of women's singles badminton, Lovlina Borgohain in event of women's welterweight boxing, Bajrang Punia in event of wrestling 65 kg won bronze medal for India in Tokyo Olympics. Whereas in team games, the Indian men's hockey team grabbed the bronze medal by finishing in third position in Tokyo Olympics 2020. It was after a long year, Indian Olympic men's team grabbed the medal. Moving on to the next one. Who captained the Indian hockey men's and women's team in Tokyo Olympics 2020? Manpreet Singh and Rani Rampal respectively captained the Indian hockey men and women team in the Tokyo Olympics 2020. Moving on to the next one. Who were the flag bearers for India in opening ceremony of Tokyo Olympics 2020? Manpreet Singh, who is the captain of Indian hockey team, and boxer Mary Kom were the flag bearers for the opening ceremony of Tokyo Olympics 2020 for India. Moving on to the next one. Who was the flag bearer for India in the closing ceremony of Tokyo Olympics 2020? Wrestler Bajrang Punia was the flag bearer for India in Tokyo Olympics 2020.